is up, movie viewers? Dena Views and Reviews here, asking what you watching. Well, today I am watching Luenell, Town Business, stand-up comedy, and I am watching Country Wayne stand-up comedy. Now, let me share my view on Luenell first and foremost. Luenell has been in the comedy game for a very long time, and I personally don't think that she gets as much attention as she deserves. There are a lot of really overexposed, and some may even say overrated comedians we see in front of us today that just don't even come close to some of her humor. And that's my opinion, of course. I have seen Luenell in other comedy specials, so it isn't a first for her. However, Dave Chappelle was given a 4 special deal with Netflix, and this special happens to be one of the 4, allowing him to executively produce and present already established artists or comedians with their own stand-up comedy. Yay, Luenell! It is an opportunity for them to showcase their talent, which they already know they're talented, but it introduces them to some who may not know of them, and it just opened the door for comedians themselves so that they can benefit in other ways from such shows as this. Now, let me start off by saying, nope, Luenell's comedy is definitely not for children, because she, like many others in this profession, is really strong with the profanity and adult sexual conversation. But I get a kick out of watching Luenell because she is funny, and she reminds me of one of my relatives, my dear Aunt Jewel. She just embodies her spirit, physically and otherwise. Now, Luenell brings the glamour to the stage, honey. The eyelashes, the nails, the jewelry, and the attire. And she brings that familiar feminine auntie spirit that is ready to check you if you need to be checked. But still, there's this kind of affectionate, compassionate, funny diva with just a little bit of gangster sprinkle in there. You know those aunties that read you but hug you, and they read you with love and kindly, though lets you know, I wish a mofo would. That is how I see Luenell. And perhaps it is because my Aunt Jewel had that same kind of demeanor as well. I still recall my mom teaching us to be respectful to all of our uncles and aunties. But my Aunt Jewel was the baby of the family. And we would say, hey, Aunt Jewel, Auntie Jewel. And she would have her nails painted up, her beehive whipped hairstyle, and her hoop earrings jingling, and that smell of perfume with a cigarette in her mouth. And she would quickly reprimand us, honey. And she would do this for all of her nieces and even her nephews. She'd say, hold up. Hell no. Don't call me no Aunt Jewel. I am too young to be anybody's auntie and too young to be anybody's mother. Call me Jewel. And that's just what we called her. Jewel. I think even her grandchildren call her Jewel as well. She was indeed a character, honey. But peace be unto her. And I think this is why I might have a bit of a bias for Luenell's form of comedy, because she embodies that vigorous, rowdy, lascivious spirit. And her joke about Xerox and all of the passengers into her mental peace seat upon entering the airplane was hilarious, and how she unofficially self-appointed herself to be the air marshal on the plane. I laughed at that, and her revealing why it is that we often see one shoe in the street. And she was right on about it. Now, my only complaint in regards to Luenell's comedy is that it was only a little over 30 minutes long. As if, and it just seems to suddenly end almost. Me and my boo was sitting there like, that's it? It's gone off already? I felt like she was just getting started. I was enjoying myself. It should have been longer. And this is why I gave her stand-up comedy a 3. I'm going to give her a 3.5 stars. She left me wanting more. Isn't that what they say in showbiz? Anywho, if you would like to check out Luenell's Town Business stand-up comedy, you certainly can because it is currently streaming on Netflix. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe and leave me your comments on Luenell's Comedy Stand-Up. And stay tuned for my movie review of Country Wayne's stand-up comedy called A Woman's Prayer. This has been Dena Views and Reviews. Join me for my next movie review and or recommendation. And I want you to remember, it's my view. Now, what you watching?